Hello, family and friends. Welcome to another episode of Mental Health Conversations with Nerat-Dagwi. I am Nerat-Dagwi, your host. And like I said, I'm going to be having people share their stories. And just like the title of the episode says, I am me. So we're going to be talking about self-esteem. And I have my wonderful Auntie Nancy. She's going to be joining me on this episode to share her story. So before we begin, I just want to say that I met Auntie Nancy in 2017 for the first time at teens camp, and she was like the coolest auntie on camp, and I was really excited. I really like her. So without further ado, I'll allow her introduce herself. Auntie Nancy, over to you.
Hello everyone. Nerat, that was okay. That is one of the sweetest things I've heard today. Nobody has said anything nice to me today, though.
Wow.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Nancy Gabo. I am a HR consultant and also a data analyst, and I do both NGO and personal consultancy, and I love God. Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. I'm really excited to have you. I could have reached out earlier, but I don't know. I was just feeling one kind, but thank God I did, and I'm really happy that we're finally having this conversation. Moving on, like I said, we met at 18th camp in 2017, and it was during that camp I heard bits and pieces of your story, body image, and self-esteem. I only heard bits and pieces of the story, not the full gist. So we're going to dedicate this episode to getting the full gist, and then we'll see how that relates to mental health. So please,
All
kindly
right.
share your story to us. We are all ears.
I think the story will have to be like the story of my whole life because it's something that started from birth, I guess. So okay, I was born a big baby, if we'll call it that. I know my mom will always say that I was her biggest child, and like I think she was saying 4.5 something, no 4.8 something. Like she
Oh
always
wow.
tell people, yeah, I was a very big baby, and like she always say she had this sharp pain on her waist. So anytime she's unable to carry something, she's like, oh, since I gave birth to this girl, I've been having this pain. So I knew that I actually gave her a tough time coming out and all that. So like it started from birth. I was a big baby. I was a big child. I was a big toddler, and I'm still big, right? So yeah. So it kind of started from birth from there. I don't know, but I don't know how they were able to navigate raising me differently from the way they raised my siblings. Like I come from a very big family. We're seven. I'm the fifth. So like I have older siblings, and the way I was raised was totally different from how they were raised, right? So I was my daddy's baby. I was so close to my dad that he worked in a different city where we were. So anytime he was leaving for work, it was always a struggle. So I will
That's
cry.
understandable.
Yeah, I'll cry. I'll follow him and like that. So at the point, my mom allowed me. He was like, "Okay, let me just take this girl along." She was cool where I am. Anytime I'm coming for weekends, we'll come back together. So she would just be with me so that this whole crying thing will stop. So
Yeah.
I kind of started growing up with him. And I think that was the beginning of him working on my self image. Yeah, so all the affirmations he's been giving me, like he always tell me that I was smart, I was beautiful, I was, and so I just became this very confident child that, like, you wouldn't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. So even if I feel I can't do anything, I just remember that I can't do this. Even if I don't know how to do it, I'll always find a way around it. Right. So, and I'll always remember him telling me that, you can do this. I go and try it. even if you try and it doesn't work, just come back and tell me. And so the whole love started from home. The whole foundation was the words he keeps telling me. He kept telling me, and it kind of formed my self-image. I remember
Yeah.
fighting in school. Yeah, I was a little fighter. So
Oh wow.
not a bully. I was just a fighter. I just hated when others bully others. So I'll kind of buy the fight for others.
Yeah.
There was another child in my class that was bigger than I was when we were in primary school. And then she kept bullying the girl. And then I went up to her and I'm like, okay, fine. We are better. At least we eat and our father's money is showing on our body. But you eat and you waste
Yeah.
your father's money. And the girl started crying. She went to report and all that. They called us and they were like, oh, what did you say to her that she was crying? And then I said exactly what I said. Like the teacher could not even punish me because she didn't even know where to go around it. So like that, I had this very healthy self-image of myself since I
Yeah.
was a child, right? Growing up, at a point, like throughout childhood, I didn't think anything less than what I know my daddy told me about myself, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of excelled in that. But then growing up, went to secondary school, I met the cool seniors, so I was still thriving in that. But then there's a place where you start growing and all the self doubts starts creeping in. I think when that happened was when I became a teenager. I think 13,
Okay.
14, right?
Okay.
I I was a good reader, I was a broad reader, so I kind of read everything around. And because I had older siblings, I read a lot of their novels and like that. So I had access to some good books growing up. So it was not like it was just what I knew about myself or what my daddy told me or what I believed for myself, but I also read about different things and like that. But even with all the information I had, even with
Yeah.
everything that was deposited in me,
Would
I
you say
think
that this was the point where your view of yourself changed?
yes, kind of. So I started having self doubt. Like I had friends that will add a little flesh when we go for. I attended a boarding school, so like when we go
Yeah.
for holidays, they could become bigger, and when they come back to school, they'll come back to like a sizable person, like sizable weight and like that. But mine was constant. I started thinking, oh, I could look more beautiful if I lose weight. I could look more beautiful if I lose weight. I could like I started having what they call it, attention for guys. Even though I did not like it was not something I gave a little thought, but I wanted to change myself in a certain way to look better for the boys and all that. And that's where the
Yeah.
self-doubt started. And I think that was when I started losing myself because I was trying to fit in. I was trying to be like every other person. I started forgetting the foundation that I was beautiful, I was smart, like I was everything that I want to be and all that. I started forgetting that. And I wanted this image of the ideal person of who I think was the ideal person. So I wanted to be like every other girl you get. So that was where the struggle started. And even though I was not, I tried all I could starve myself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there was a time
Oh,
that
oh,
I didn't eat for a week.
like you didn't have any,
I
like
did
no
not
food entered
eat,
you.
no food, just water. And because I love tea, so I was doing a lot of tea. Like I was in school then, so they
Yeah.
said this tamarind will help me lose weight. So
Oh
I
my
was
goodness.
constantly taking tamarind with water and all that. Like it was always in my water bottle. Then I think that was the first time I fainted. Yeah,
Oh wow.
that was the first time
But
I
how did
fainted,
you do?
and I did not
Did
tell
you really lose
anybody.
weight?
I didn't.
Wonderful. Okay.
I didn't.
Your body was being resistant.
I didn't. So I fainted and they took me home. After giving me medication in school, they called my parents and then I went back home. Immediately my dad saw me, he said, give her food. When she eats, when she eats, we'll know what's wrong with her. Like that, because he was coming back from work and then he
Yeah.
branched, took me from school and brought me home. So immediately I dropped from the car, I went home. Everybody was looking at me because they all called them that I was sick in school and all. So everybody was looking at me. My father just said, go and bring food, give her food. When she eats, we'll know
Food was
what's
the
wrong with
solution at
her.
the time.
Girl, food was. And guess what? I was really sick. Like I felt sick. I can't remember any time I was that sick.
Oh wow.
So immediately he
Wow.
said, give her food. When I ate, I don't want to say I wasn't sick or it was the food that was missing. But when I ate, I was well.
Oh, wonderful. Food to the rescue.
Food to the rescue. I forgot what actually brought me home that I was sick. Like I came well. And I think they used that to taunt me at home sometimes. Man,
Oh,
food was
yeah.
food was the saving grace. So I just knew that this battle, this thing I'm doing is not going to work.
Yeah.
And even at that, like I didn't know what I knew now, but I wasn't still like I wasn't still comfortable. I wasn't still happy with who I was.
Like
Okay.
looking back now, how do you think that affected your academics and your relationships with people generally?
I was telling you that it affected my academics because I was one part of me was lost. I would excel in with the my cousin and all that. Like I had a very good result. That wasn't a problem for me because I would decide not to read as long as I attend the lecture. Like I will pass. So that
Yeah.
was just a normal thing for me. But I did not. Looking back, I'll have made real good friendship. I'll have made real good memories. I'll have made real good impact if I just if I just accepted myself more because I knew things, but I will never speak up.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew things, but I'll never speak up. Like one thing my lecturers did was most of our assignments and group works were being presented. Like I'll do the assignments. I'll just call somebody. I'll like, okay, you do the presentation. Me, I'll do the assignment for us. And I'll just because I don't want to stand
In front of a crowd.
in front of a crowd and talk. And it's not that I cannot, because I knew that crowd was not my problem when I was a child. So you can imagine a child that went from dancing in like choreography. Yes, I was good
The,
with those.
yeah.
All those choreographies and presentations in church and all that. I didn't mind if you were like the crowd was up to 1,000. I would stand confidently and do whatever I needed to do and go. But then this was me in a class of less than 100, sometimes 50, and I did not want to stand in front. You get so, and if the grading was always like a group kind of grading, so I knew I would have done a better job doing it myself,
For
even though I knew
yourself.
that for my group, yeah, but I'll always let somebody do it because I didn't want to be seen.
All right, so you had mentioned how you were a very, very confident child, but then when you became a teenager, it was hard for you to go back to being confident and believing everything that your parents had told you and how they raised you. So I just want to ask, would you say the beauty standards of the world, or the beauty standards that we have in Nigeria and where we grew up, right? Would you say that was also a contributing factor? Because I know like peer pressure was already there, but would you say that the beauty standards that Ali held also contributed to, dampening your self-esteem?
Yeah, like the beauty standard was the model kind of thing, like the
Yeah.
real slender, tall kind of girls. Those were the standard for beauty. And even though, like,
Yeah.
looking back, like I was the direct opposite of what the standard for beauty was.
Oh, wonderful. It's funny how I also went through all of this and I'm skinny because like there was the it's hard to imagine that I was also made fun of because I was skinny. And and like you were made fun of because you were big. And I'm wondering, so what really are the true beauty standards in this day? Because skinny people are getting body shamed, big people are getting body shamed, everybody's getting body shamed. So where do we
Everybody is
even draw the
getting
line?
body shamed. Like I think recently people are beginning to stand up for this thing, and which is very good because
Yeah,
I think a lot of people, even if they see you as the beauty standard in quotes, as they say,
yeah,
there is always one thing. There's always one thing that
mm,
you might be body shamed for. I know this my friend
definitely.
that she's tall, fair, slender kind of thing, but she has a very beautiful forehead. Like her forehead is, I see it's very fine. So anytime I
Okay.
compliment her about it, she's like, "Do you know? It's so funny that this is what they used to laugh at me then for." I was
Oh
like,
my God.
"Wait," and she was feeling bad about it. She
Oh
will
wow.
always go to the internet to check for surgeries to reduce her hair. I'm
Oh,
like, "Oh God!"
it
Like,
was
where do
that
we?
extreme.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
recently we were even talking about um we're talking about what would you change about your body, like if you have the money, like if the money was not the problem, like if you can just
Yeah.
change it yourself, what would you do? And the first thing she said was, I had all of them say, okay, I was not there. They had the conversation differently
Yeah.
after we spoke about what would you change. They now had the conversation differently, and then they just told me, they were like, I was not here, but they were all saying what they would take from my body to fill up on theirs, and we're
Oh
just laughing.
wow.
Like, it's so funny. So
I
yeah,
think I've had a similar conversation with some of my friends, and I said sometimes I wish that we can dilute body parts so that
exactly.
people that are big, I'll just tap them and then I can dilute like their body fat into mine. And then since my metabolism is very high, I know that for what 1 month, 2 months, I'm going to shed all of that fat. Yeah, like sometimes I just think that that's something we could do, but it's not. We can't do that. Everybody has to carry the body that they were born in. So
Yeah.
another question that I wanted to ask: did you see, like looking back, right? Did you see if it affected your mental health in any way? Like, were there periods of times where it really took a toll on your mental health?
Yeah, a lot. Because I said I started hiding. I
Oh
started
wow.
hiding. I
Yeah.
started I wasn't socializing with anybody because I felt the clothes I wear wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
So if the clothes I wear wouldn't fit, let me just stay at home. You get that kind of thing. So I became a homebody, which was in a way good, but it kind of affected my social life. I started opting for quiet places, not
Yeah.
just quiet places. Okay, I tell you this story. Yeah, so I loved hiking,
Mm.
like going to mostly bush. We had a lot of those hiking places, and they were all bushy and all that. So going
Yeah.
to such places, I loved it because it was outside, but I can be with just the friends I know and I like. And then some of these my friends, I had two of them that took drugs.
Oh.
Yeah. So we could go hang out with their friends. But I knew that I cannot take this. For a reason, it didn't just sit well with me. I just knew that I can't take it. Right.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
oftentimes when we go out, mostly they like such places, like where you just go, whatever you take is going to just go with the wind and all that.
Yeah.
So I'll hang out with them a couple of times, and this girl walked up to me one time and she was like, "Do you know if you take this thing, it's going to burn up a lot of fats in your body?"
Oh wow.
And I tell you, for the very first time, I started thinking of it. Yeah,
That's
for the
something.
yeah. So you see where isolation gets you to.
Yeah, you had also mentioned that there were friendships that you could have developed that you didn't. Can you shed more light on that?
okay, there's this club in school that I don't know how it came about though, but one of my lecturers suggested me to one of the club person, and then it was a kind of intellectual club in school. So he
Okay.
suggested me to them, and because we had a project to do, like I would have stayed back, I would have helped me a lot, but I just didn't want to because
Hmm.
somehow I felt they were more perfect than I was. Yeah, so immediately after the project, I left.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I recall from
yeah.
some parts of the story that I heard when we were at camp that you had this whole tomboy phase. Was that like a coping mechanism for you at the time? What other coping mechanism did you use when you were like, just trying to boost your self-esteem, basically?
Yeah, that was my hiding phase. That was my hiding
Oh, okay.
phase. So I had
Yeah.
this one dressing that I'll just wear baggy pants, jeans, and like that, something big just to cover up, and then
Yeah.
and then I'll always have sweaters like just to cover up, do makeup, have either a hat or pickup just to cover up. Just I didn't want my face to be seen, so I'll just I'll just soak up with the dressing, or I'll have a veil on. So I'll just put on this mean face so that nobody comes close to me. I didn't want to make friends. I didn't want to I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to go out. I just wanted to be
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
So basically, you can say that your best coping mechanism was to hide.
Yeah. I was hiding.
All right. So, at what point did your view about yourself change over time? Like, when did you start getting your gusto back and remembering the things that were taught to you at like foundation level? When did that change? When was will I say dramatic change? Maybe it wasn't dramatic, but at what point did you begin to change from having like a low self-esteem to getting back on track?
I'll say, you know how you get really down,
Yeah.
and then the only thing you have left is to decide if you want to stand, or like if you want to stand up or you want to stay down. You
Yeah.
get to your lowest, right? I think my breaking point was when I lost my dad. So when I lost my dad, it was the whole of me went with him. So I was brought up in a Christian home. I went to church since when I was a child and like that. But I did not know God for myself. I didn't know God for myself. But I did not have a relationship with him. Like it was not something that we were cool, like cool, and like that. Okay, my dad died, and then my best friend. After 2 months, after 3 months, I lost my best friend. So these two people leaving was the breaking point. So I just needed something to fill up the void. And that was when I started knowing God for myself. And from that moment, he first revealed himself to me, and then he also revealed myself to me.
That's really powerful. Wow.
And that was when I
So,
started remembering who I was first before who I was in him or who he called me. I lost a father and I wanted God to just be a father. And that was when he continued from, like, he picked up, reminded me of what my earthly father did and
yeah.
what he will do for me or what he has done for me. So it was easier for me to relate to God as a father because I
Yeah.
had a good relationship with my earthly father. And so the relationship has grown and blossomed. And then he just revealed, like every day he keeps revealing himself to me, and through that I see a reflection of myself. Yeah, so that was the turning point, and it was a build up. It's still a build up. We're still building up. We're still growing. We're still going.
Oh, I can totally relate to your experience, like knowing God for yourself. and then having him reveal who you are in him to you.
Yeah.
Like that reassurance is very beautiful. And just seeing how you know that he's not your earthly father, so it's not even, you're not depending on a person, you know, that you're
No.
not depending on people around you, you're depending on the supernatural. That is
Exactly.
beyond you, and you cannot begin this journey to getting your self-esteem back by yourself, and that is really
Right.
wonderful. Yes. So how do you handle negative thoughts now and criticisms about your body?
Um, how do I do that? I think just give it a lot of thought. I
Yeah.
remember somebody walked up to me. I was like, Nancy, I have a problem with your weight. I was like, thank God you said it. You have a problem with it? He said yes. I was like, well, that is it. It's your problem. That no,
Exactly,
it's not
not yours.
exactly. And he kept
It's your
saying yes.
problem, not mine.
And someone was there also, and the person kept laughing. You're like, that's what I say. No, I want him to realize that it's his problem.
Yes, it's his problem, not mine.
Yeah, so I was like, it's your problem. No, and I know, like, I really, really know that I'm big. And one good thing
Yeah.
about it is that, okay, I feel healthy. I am healthy. I am very cautious of,
Mm,
like, I'm not just ignorant that you're big, and I know that there are other things around it, right? So I'm always
yeah.
cautious of that, and I try
Yeah.
to just live healthy. And
Mm,
surprisingly, I don't want it's not a pride moment, but I know things I can do that normal body weight people cannot.
oh, really? Please, do you
Yes.
care to share?
No, like where I work, I take the stairs. I work at the
Okay.
sixth floor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I can take the stairs from the ground floor to the sixth floor, and there are like 300 stairs, and I can do that like maybe twice a day.
Wow.
But I know people that cannot
Example, me.
take
I
the
don't
stairs
think
to
I
the
can.
third floor, right? So it's discipline. It's something you just you. I always say, okay, I do this because I want my heart to be happy, right? So
Yeah.
like, I walk a lot. I walk. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, I walked. So walking is something I do a lot, and we all have different body types. We all know what works for
Yeah.
us and what doesn't. So when you're like, Nancy, go to the gym, I know gym doesn't work for me.
Oh, okay.
I know walking works for me. So I just do that. And I enjoy it because I turn it to prayer walks, or when I'm walking into something I like, a place I like, I'm reminding God of all the promises He has for me and all that. It's easy to talk to God when you're doing something like it. Working, seeing nature, seeing some things you like, you remind God that this is what I want. And there's something just beautiful about it.
Yeah, I can totally relate. I see this as like your superpower because you have the strength to endure. I mean, walking down a flight of stairs, 6 floors, can never be me. Can never be me. I think I will faint. I think that's when I'll have my own fainting moment. But this has just shown how, like, it is actually your superpower. You have the superpower of endurance, and that is really beautiful, honestly.
Yeah.
So now, finally, we're going to be moving on to the advice part. So, what advice will you give somebody who is struggling with body image and it has like had a significant effect on their self-esteem?
I just want to tell that person listening that this body you have is the only one you are going to have. Is the only one you have. Is the only one that whatever you do to it, it's on you. You either love
Hmm.
it and enjoy it, or you keep complaining about it. You know, there's something with the body.
Yeah.
It's like a it's like a flower. When you speak right to it, it blossoms, it shines,
Yes,
it lives. When you speak negatively to it, it dies.
that's true.
Kind of, yes. So just love this body. Jesus came in a body because there's something about the body, right? Like
Yeah.
God will have chosen any other way for Jesus to come.
Yeah.
He chose to come in a body. He came fully God and fully man, and there was no limiting to him. He lived
Yeah.
in this body and he took care of the body. Like, I knew Jesus bald when he was here, but he's turning to be to have lots casted on it. That it was good.
Yeah.
So if we live every day wanting to be like Christ, right? We have to also do the things he did. While he gave us a very good example of loving the body. He socialized. He was outside with his friends. He ate good food.
Indeed.
Leave. That's the only thing I can tell the person right now. Just leave. Wake up every day
Okay.
and just say, I want to leave, and just leave. Love this body that you have and leave.
Thank you
So
so
that's
much.
it.
That's really wonderful advice for the person. Now, moving on to family and friends. You know the way things are in Nigeria. Not everybody is very tolerant. Not everybody is gracious. Not a lot of people remember to be kind. So,
Yeah.
what would you say to family and friends? How can they contribute in helping individuals build their self-esteem?
I believe in the power of words. I believe in, like, just know how to use your words. You don't see somebody and like, you're gaining weight, or look at how you're fat, look at your tummy. You know, a lot of parents mistake, like, just do this to their children, and it's so bad that most of these issues with body image starts from childhood. Some people are very, very skinny kids, but as they grow,
Yeah,
we have a lot of complications that come up and then their body changes. The best you can do is to be kind with your words. If you cannot say anything nice, just keep quiet. Everybody's going through
exactly.
a lot. Some people, it's something that they cannot change. Some people are
Yeah,
going through health issues that makes them to add weight and like that. So it would be very
yeah.
unkind for you to talk about somebody that is already struggling within. You're now bringing your own words to add more burdens to the person. If you cannot be nice to the person, just keep quiet. A little kindness will do. Try to be kind.
I totally agree with you. That's very
Yeah,
wonderful. Thank you so much, Nancy, for joining me in this conversation. We're definitely going to keep the conversation going. It doesn't end here. We're going to keep the
sure.
conversations go. Yeah, I believe that we have come to the end of this episode. I hope that you enjoy the episode and take the
I
pieces of advice. Keep holding on to hope and just live, like Auntie Nancy says. Thank you for listening to this episode. Let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me at Nerat-Dagwi on all social media and follow the podcast page at mentalhealth.conversation on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, bye.